Welcome to session 1 of our Fire and Water Qigong for high summer. Let's get started. Remember please that you can do all of these practices standing like I'm demonstrating, or most of them will work sitting in a chair. Please adapt according to your own needs. We're starting with the 3 Qi awakening exercises. First, when you inhale, connecting with heaven. You exhale, you're going to gather into your lower belly. It's important that we start with this lower belly. Inhale and exhale. So you want to develop a sense of solidity in that center of gravity. So your inhale, connecting with the sky as a sense of spaciousness, and you're relating to that spaciousness down from here in the tummy. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. And 1 more time. Inhale. Vast spaciousness. Exhale, you're bringing that in like it's a form of nourishment. You bring that specifically to that belly. Now the same thing relating to the earth, the sense of solidity. As you inhale, bring that up. And as you exhale, feel as if it's coalescing in that lower belly center, your center of gravity. Inhale, that earth chi comes up. And exhale, it nourishes you and you feel it consolidating in that lower belly. Inhale like you had roots, like a tree drinking from the earth. Exhale, creating that sense of center. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. And 1 more time. Inhale. And exhale down. Now it's from that centeredness, according to Taoism, that we can begin to open the heart. So when we inhale, you feel heaven and earth meeting at the heart. The heart opens and radiates out. This is the summertime energy in Taoist tradition, is radiance. So you inhale the spaciousness of heaven, the support of the earth. The heart then radiates those out like a gift of love and joy shining out from you. Inhale, open and radiate. So that lower belly is like consolidating, strengthening, and then the heart wants to be open and shining. It's very clear in the heart. Releasing down. On the inhale, heaven and earth meet and join. You pause the breath as the heart feels like it opens and then radiates, shining out in every direction. Then relaxing down, we'll come to pause in the Wuji posture for a moment and just focus on the balance of that sense of solidity and stability in the lower core and openness in the heart. Then moving on into the Guanping Qigong. We'll start by bringing our feet together for waist circles. Your hands are on your lower back, and as we'll learn in this Qigong set, this is a way of causing the fire energy of your heart and the water energy of your kidneys to relate. These are just simple circles. We're going to do about 12 each direction. And so switching directions. Simple circles, hands are on your lower back. I have my palms facing my back, but if it's easier on your shoulders, you can also have the back of the hands resting on your back, or even just place your hands on your waist. Doing about 12. Then we separate the feet hip width apart, hands on the hip joint, and now you thrust the hip out, and you take a quarter turn to the back, and then the same hip and quarter turn. The breathing is natural here. And so we're just working, in this case it's my right hip. That right hip goes out, takes a little turn, back to center. Goes out, takes a little turn, back to center. So this is a nice way to start to open up the hip joint in its little ball and socket joint. But as we'll learn as we go, this is part of releasing the energy downward in the body, which is why we're doing the Guanping Qigong as our warm-up. Finishing up now. We'll take it to the other side. That hip joint goes out, makes a circle, and you should be able to feel the bones of your hips sort of moving around, sliding around under your hand. Goes out, and it's just a quarter of the pie toward the back there. It's not a very big motion, but what this is doing is it's opening up these acupoints in the hips that let the energy from the upper body flow down through the meridians in the legs and connect down into the earth. So in this Qigong, we do that first before we do stuff with the upper body, And this is part of how you regulate the fire and water energies according to medical Qigong. Then we're going to go into knee circles. Bring your feet together, hands on the knees, and you circle them one way. I always go clockwise first. That's up to you, but you'll see why in a second. So we do about 12 circles. Then we take a forward fold, and we're going to hold these acupoints under the ankles, my thumb under the inside ankle joint, middle finger under the outside. You inhale, and then as you exhale, you squeeze the points and you pull yourself into the stretch a bit. So it's exhale, squeeze and pull. Inhale, release. Exhale, squeeze and pull. Inhale, release. We'll do 5 times. These are kidney 6 and urinary bladder 62 points. Then you come up to your knees and you go the opposite direction. So I always start clockwise so I know, oh, it's time to go counterclockwise. I go 12 and then down. So you grab those points, and as you exhale, you squeeze and pull. As you inhale, you release. And these are points that lead the energy inward and downward in the body. And again, this is part of that balancing the fire and water energy. To let the fire radiate, we really want energy to be able to come in and sink down so we don't get off balance. Then you'll come on up, and we go into a gentle back bend. So just like before, your hands will come to your lower back. And in this case, you don't want to think about going back so much as about elongating your spine. So you may have a bigger back bend than this, or you may want to be really careful and do a smaller back bend than that. That's fine. You just want to elongate your spine. That's the main point here. As we've switched from the part of the Qigong that sends energy down, and now we're starting to bring it up. And the other thing that we're going to do as we elongate the spine is we're going to begin to open the heart. So your elbows kind of come toward each other, and you just want to feel the front of the chest opening as you take this back bend. Again, it's very gentle. Last time, it's inhale as you go back, and exhale as you straighten up. Then we take some side bends, and this is all about releasing the spine, loosening up the torso. So it's exhale to the side, and inhale back to center. Exhale to the side, and inhale back to center. According to yogic theory of movement, this sort of helps the chi in the body move from an unbalanced place, and it's kind of just like sloshing it closer and closer to the center, so we can feel centered. Exhaling to the side, inhaling to the center last time, and then we're going to go arm over, and the other arm is here at your hip. We take this cool Qigong pose in the middle, inhale, and you exhale, arm over and arm at the hip. Inhale. That hand on the hip is part of the medical Qigong. It said that that helps to return the fire from the heart down to the belly. So instead of fire rising up and making you feel anxious or a little manic, you want to have that warmth down in your center of gravity, which makes you feel empowered. Last set, exhaling over. Inhaling center, and one more time, and that top hand is opening up your heart meridian. And then bring it on down. Then we interlace the hands. This is a classic exercise for the triple heater, which just means your whole torso. And just like before, it's exhale to the side, and inhale up. Exhale to the side, and inhale up. So you can see how this is obviously going to stretch out the entirety of the torso. And it's also helping, by the position of the hands, to bring the energy all the way up. So we went all the way down. We got coarse energy to go down, and now we bring clear energy all the way up to the crown and above. You inhale to the center, and then you exhale through the mouth as you let it on down. Bring your feet shoulder width apart, and you make this little basketball hoop with your hands, elbows slightly down. Now you're going to exhale as you take a gentle turn to the side, and you inhale back. And notice the hands stay right in front of the heart, so I'm not like pulling my arms over. And in this posture, you want that feeling of the open and almost kind of empty and clear heart. And then the waist is doing the turning. This is classic Taoist and internal martial art sort of principles, that the power is down below, And then the heart is open, clear, and calm. Inhale to the center, separate your hands, and exhale. Release them on down. Then we're going to do the leg stretches included in the Guanping Qigong. So you're going to take your legs out wide, if comfortable for you. And we're going to take just a gentle knee bend to one side. And then you inhale and come up. And you exhale, same thing on the other side. So this is not about making your legs as strong as possible or testing your flexibility. It's actually about getting the energy or the circulation in the body to flow down into your legs. So it's inhale on the up, exhale on the down, inhale on the up, and exhale on the down. 2 more sets. Here we go. And so this action of working the legs you'll find in medical Qigong exercises that help to calm the heart. Because the feeling is that you can bring that strength and power downward in the body by making the legs work. One more time. Inhale to the center and finish. Then we're going to take some leg stretches. And you're going to take a narrower stance, and one toe is going to come up, and you can take a gentle stretch here, but the one we're going to do is interlace the hands, and as you exhale, you bounce a little bit into the stretch. Now this is not taking your maximum stretch and then bouncing. This is a moving mobility practice. One more. Good. And then we do the opposite. Your back heel is going to come up. Your hands come to your kidneys. And you lift that heart up toward the ceiling. So similar as before, it's not a back bend. You're trying to open up that heart center. And the secret medical Qigong part is these hands are helping to route that warmth down into your lower torso. Okay, then we take a side bend here, picking the toes up, wrap a hand around your waist, and then arm over. And again, these are not about getting your fullestest stretch. They're just some basic mobility. This one's going to get energy in the leg meridians and also open the heart meridian on top. Come on up, and we go to the other side. So it's toe up, interlace. Inhale, exhale as you push, inhale as you come up. Exhale. So we're just getting those tendons and ligaments healthy by circulating them, and we're working circulation of those lower body meridians. One more time, exhale and inhale. Then the heart stretch, back heel comes up, hands to the lower back. Again, it could be the back of your hands, and we're lifting up that heart. This is essential for people who work on the computer or massage therapists or even people who spend too much time looking at their phone. You can round the chest when you're doing those, and so we do exercises to counterbalance that. Then the last one, toes come up again, wrap your rib cage, and arm over. So you're exhaling as you stretch, inhale as you come up, and remember, you don't have to do the most extreme stretch. Okay, come on back. Feet shoulder width, and we're going to pull down with the ha sound. So you inhale up, exhale like a sigh. We're using the descending tone in medical Qigong. This is to help calm and send that energy down. When you inhale, you could imagine like light coming to you from around the universe, and as you exhale, send that vibration through the body and just feel that any energy that needs to be dispersed downward goes downward. It disperses into the lower belly, and then any surplus actually continues to travel down and release into the earth. Classic medical Qigong prescription for heart palpitations, for insomnia, for anxiety. See if it works for you. Good. Release down. And we'll rest in the Wuji posture. Just notice the effect of all these previous exercises that we've done. Next, we're going to get into the water element aspect of our practice. So we start with kidney breathing. You're going to inhale and you try to inflate your lower back. And as you exhale, you just let it relax. So you're not really contracting the stomach, but there's kind of like this little lean forward that as you inhale, it feels like your lower back should push out into your hands. And as you exhale, you release. Now the traditional visualization, when you inhale, you feel like a blue light or a blue mist comes from around the universe. It fills your kidneys. And as you exhale, they glow with that blue energy. We'll try for a few more breaths at your own pace. Just remembering it's inhale, inflate the lower back. Hopefully you can see that small movement that I'm making here. And hopefully you can feel that in your own body. It might take a little bit of practice. Either way, just feeling and imagining that those kidneys are filling with this blue light. We're going to go into the deer exercise from the 5 animal frolics. And the notion is to get in touch with this energy of inwardness that we are working with, similar to the kidney breathing. So there's a little bit of winter in our summertime Qigong. You take the deer hoof, which is this loose little soft fist, and your backhand goes straight out from your shoulder. Your front hand, as you inhale, it's going to come inward in this circle. And then as you exhale, it comes up. You inhale and you circle back, and I'm sinking on that back leg. As I exhale, I shift forward. Now, as you start, you don't have to worry too much about the legs or if you're going deep or anything like that. Just try to get the motion. But the energy of this is this sense that everything goes inward, inward, inward. And then as you exhale, you don't really focus on anything. But this motion is said to contribute to this sense of energy coming in and condensing, which is the energy of the deer in the 5 animal frolics. And we go to the other side. So I'm just taking a basic stance. The front foot is toes pointing forward. The back foot, toes pointing at about 45 degrees. I get the right width of my feet, hips width apart. Make my little hooves. And then you inhale and gently exhale. So part of regulating the energy of the heart, the summertime energy, is cultivating the capacity to condense and to expand. And in most Taoist training, they want to work the condensing and descending before they work the expanding. They feel that that's safer, works better with how your energetic body functions. So on that inhale, you feel everything just coming in, like coming into your bone marrow, coming in, getting quiet, getting silent. And then gently let the hands float down. And we're going to do a second deer exercise, very classical Qigong exercise. The feet are shoulder width apart, and we'll start with a basic version. So as you inhale, your fingers come up toward heaven, and as you exhale, the palms turn toward the body and they come down. So the inhale, the palms turn out and you reach up, and you exhale. And as this palms turn in, that's where you want to feel that inwardness, like consolidating, condensing to a center. In Taoist mysticism, this has a lot to do with the sense of essence, the most essential or pith nature. You can continue that one, but we're going to try an advanced version, which is to turn the toes, and then the heel, and you come into kind of this twisting squat. That's the exhale. And then you inhale just like before. You reach to the heavens. And as you exhale, the toes turn, the heels turn. And there's a little cross-legged stance. Inhale. And you don't have to do this very deep. If you want, you can just kind of twist, cross up. I'm squatting down. More on this round. But you don't have to squat down that much. You can just take the twist. And the thing is, it's this sense that you're supposed to feel everything twisting, consolidating inward to the center. And then the last round, that's the exhale. I'm coming all the way down. This is the advanced version. So if you've trained Kung Fu or Tai Chi, you might be able to do this one. But be a little cautious. Don't hurt your knees. And it's inhale and come up. And then you gently let the hands float down. This is Deer Qigong, to cultivate that winter energy, the water element, to create a foundation for cultivating fire. Resting in the Wuji, just notice for a moment. Then we're ready for our third and final section of practice, the Phoenix Wing. We've guided the energy down. It's time to open the heart. So you're going to take yourself into a horse stance, but this could also be done sitting on a chair. And as you inhale, your hands come up, this time pinkies leading. And as you exhale, they're going to come down to this prayer position at the heart. You'll recognize this if you've done my Master's Sequence Qigong. So it's inhale, pinkies lead, and exhale to that prayer position at the heart. So this balances two aspects of the fire element. The first is this sense of great joy, which is kind of that summer energy. It's radiance, it's wow, it's so bright. And then you want to balance that with this cultivation of peace, quietude. So you inhale, and it's like this energy of fire. Beautiful, open-hearted joy. And then as you exhale, quietude. And on the end of the exhale, you sense any of that heat that needs to be released from the heart comes down into your belly and releases into the earth. So you inhale, come up, cultivating joy. You exhale, cultivating meditativeness. And you let that heart fire nourish the belly and release into the earth as necessary. Then placing the hands on the thighs, we're going to take this twist by pressing my right hand into the thigh. And then I'm going to arch the heart upward. And once you get that position, you're going to use the heart sound. So here I go. Left hand, I press, twist, and then arch. You can't see the arch too much, but I assure you it's there. Now, with the breath, we inhale through the center, press, twist, and arch. Ha, using that heart sound to clear. You want to try to place that vibration right in the center of the chest or the heart. So we're taking the twist and the arch of the back to free up the heart. Pressing the hands helps to release those meridians. One more time. You exhale and release the heart. Come to center. Roll the spine on up. Now you're going to take the feet closer together. So fist width apart. And we're going to take this root lock from yoga. So you lift up your toes and try to spread them out. And then you grip with the feet and use that to kind of grip all the muscles like a straw, drawing energy up. Then we rotate the inner thighs back. So this may be challenging, but you want to rotate the inner thighs back until your butt sticks out. And then you rotate the butt under, and you'll feel your abs engage. So like everything's lifting up from the earth. Then hands on the back, just like before. If you can, put your palms on the back. Otherwise, the back of your hands will be fine. From here, we're going to lift the shoulders up and then pull your elbows toward each other. We're going to use that like the shoulder blades are trying to push the heart open from the back. So you keep all this uplift from your legs, and then you want to uplift and open that heart. And the hands are there as a support, again, so you're not leaning way back. You're trying to unkink the heart. We hold this posture, and we're going to do some of that ha sound. And the feeling you want here is that when you do the ha, any excess heat from your heart travels down through your arms and into that lower belly center. Then we fold forward. And the same thing is going to happen here. As you do the ha, now you're going to release heat out through your hands. So it's like any blockage from the heart is flowing out like water down into the earth, creating a compost. The inhale goes to the heart. The exhale is like you're releasing. Tension flows out of the heart, down the arms, and into the earth. It's just energy that you don't need, but you want to imagine it like it's a compost that can go and nourish the earth. Letting that go, letting that go. When you're ready, bend the knees, roll on up or come up, however is comfortable for you. And we'll move into our final meditation. So we're going to take the feet about shoulder width. They could be a little wider than shoulder width if necessary. And we are going to come to holding the ball at that lower belly center. And we want to cultivate the same feeling that we have been working on thus far, that there's a sense of strength or solidity in that lower tummy, and that's connected to the earth. There's this real sense of groundedness. And then the heart feels clear and open, spacious, spacious heart. Then we're going to practice gathering energy to the lower dantian. So that inhale as the hands comes out, and you exhale. You imagine gathering energy, and it feeds that lower belly center. Many traditions imagine a little pearl or a little jewel in that belly center, and it's like you're bringing in energy, and it grows brighter and brighter as you do so. On the inhale, you really want to expand your mind and your imagination out, and it's as if the whole universe is coming in and it's feeding that little pearl in the dantian, that lower elixir field. You inhale the mind. It's like you expand your imagination. How far out can you imagine? You exhale the light of stars flowing into your lower belly. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Creating a sense of fullness and inwardness in that lower belly center. And this is the first aspect of the fusion of fire and water in Taoist alchemical tradition. Taoist energy work really wants you to not be top heavy, and so they cultivate this lower center so that the ideas of strength and heat and empowerment are associated with this lower belly, and it's as if you've got roots or a foundation. And then from that, they cultivate the heart with a sense of openness or spaciousness or clarity. So we're cultivating that lower belly. Just rest for a moment. Feel into that sense of empowerment. And then we'll move into our meditation for the heart. We're going to take this classical fire and water meditation pose. So my right hand is at my heart, my left hand is at my lower belly, signifying the balance of these two aspects, that water-like, calm, full lower belly, and the radiant clarity of the heart. And here we're going to do a classic meditation on compassion. And so as you hold the posture, from your heart, you want to feel as if like a gentle smile or a blessing flows to you, and you have the thought, may I have happiness and be free from suffering. And we'll go a little quick today. So the next thing you do is you think of someone you love who it's easy to long for their thriving, and you think about for them, may they have happiness and be free from suffering. And you want to feel almost like light rays, like clear rays of light, shine from the heart and bless them. Then traditionally, slightly more advanced, you think of someone that you feel kind of neutral about, but you try to keep that same longing for them to thrive that you would have for your friend. And you radiate out, may this postal worker or barista have happiness and be free from suffering. And then finally, if you're ready for advanced practice, you think of an enemy, and you try to keep that same compassionate wish. May they have happiness and be free from suffering. We're not wishing they be enabled in their evil, but actually if they were free from suffering, they'd probably be a lot nicer. Finishing our meditation, We let the heart come down and nourish the dantian. We're going to finish with a sigh, just clearing the deck. So you inhale up, exhale, sigh it down, just like before. And then we practice sealing the qi with 3 breaths. Palms up. You inhale, you dip into the earth, you feel combining the earth and the heavens. And as you exhale, you imagine like a golden nectar of light showers down around the body. Again, inhale, dipping into the earth, reaching into the sky. And as you exhale, this light that shines down fills your body and also forms like a luminous egg or orb of light around you. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. And again, we're balancing the fire and water. This sense that you're protected and held, but it's a luminous orb of light that shines out that compassionate wish to others. And this completes our first practice, opening the heart and coming to center. Thank you so much for practicing along.